Well, time to get back into hardware mode. Hi, my name's Jimmy, for those of you that don't know me, and I'm a college engineer, and over the past school year, I built a Iron Man suit. And between us, I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, I'm extremely proud of what I was able to build over the past school year, but with everything, there's always going to be mistakes and things you look back on, especially as the creator, and dwell on and want to improve. For example, for starters, the suit was made entirely out of PLA. Now, where I go to school, it's practically in the desert as of now, and it gets very warm out here during the summer. And even during the summer, I actually had an incident where my suit actually melted a little bit and it warped the plastic and was really hard to repair. So because of that, I actually had to print multiple new parts. On top of that, it didn't really fit that great. It got really rushed near the end, so unfortunately I wasn't able to make time to actually reprint a handful of parts that actually needed it, which limited my mobility and really just made the suit feel not only very awkward, but extremely painful at times. This suit has done genuine harm to me. There were some other variables as to why this suit kind of failed, in my opinion, and some of which include the lack of electronics and really ingenuity to it, because for the most part, all I really did was just buy the file from Colts 3D and ended up just printing the entire thing and finishing it, painting it, and while that was a lot of work on its own, it's not really that impressive, especially to an engineer like me. Which is why I'm starting completely over, and now I'm going to be building the Mark 85 from Avengers Endgame. Now I know the suit has been done to death, however, it's a really special suit not only to me, but to Iron Man as a character. And also, this is going to be my final year at my university before I end up transferring to New York City. So I felt like it'd be cool to go out with a little bit of a bang. But rather than just being a cool suit, this is going to actually fix multiple problems that I faced with my first one. For example, this suit is going to be made entirely out of PETG. Instead of PLA, PETG is not only more heat resistant, but it's also stronger and lighter. As we're recording this, I'm going to give myself between now, October 27th, and the end of the year, December 31st, to finish printing out the entire suit. And as of recording this, I already have a couple of pieces printed. I'm already making excellent progress, especially with the upgraded leverage that I have this year compared to last year. So therefore, I'm going to have a lot more time to actually end up printing the parts just to fit me perfectly. Another peeve of mine that I'd like to fix with this suit this time around is that I'd like to be able to make it to where I can put it on completely on my own. Unfortunately, the last time I had to have a lot of friends help me put it on, and it was just really inconvenient because there are just times I just want to put it on just for fun, or just put it on to just play jokes on my friends or play jokes with other people. Because I don't know about you, if you have Iron Man suits like me, but there are times I just want to put it on just because I feel like it, and I don't want to have to ask people to help me out every single time. Also, I'd like to get out of it as equally as important, because if I can get out of it on my own, then I won't be stuck in there, and that won't be a problem. I also want to make a separate Infinity Gauntlet to go with the suit, because that would go hand in hand and fit perfectly, especially with the purposes I'm making the suit for. Finally, I have a really big surprise up my sleeve. I'm going to be implementing something into the suit that I think is the icing on the top. Something that I haven't really seen anyone else do too much with their suit yet, which is surprising given how big it is now. But the specific thing I've been studying relentlessly over the past couple months, and I'm continuing to, and I'm really excited to implement it into the suit and see how it works. But, like I said, it's a surprise, so you're going to have to stay tuned to find out what that is. Oh, and that's not even the best part. This time I'm actually going to be incorporating Arduino into this suit. So the helmet's going to be completely motorized like it is in the movie. I'm going to even incorporate some other motors to the suit, such as a potential laser effect on the hand gauntlet. So it's not going to be an actual laser, just for the record. It's just going to probably be like a laser pointer, something that looks cool. And maybe if I get fancy with it, I might motorize a couple other things. Now here's the game plan. I mentioned earlier that I plan to have all the parts printed completely by the end of the year, off the printer and fit and ready for post-processing. Finally, come January, that entire month is going to be committed to sanding. Next, I'm going to be experimenting with the motors. I'm going to be motorizing the helmet, I'm going to be motorizing some other parts of the suit. Next, I'm going to assemble the entire suit. This was also something that I really overlooked with my last suit, and that I was rushing to finish the week before it was supposed to be done.
You're rushing.
Which really set me back, and also, I think, contributed to the suit's downfall. So I'm going to take my time a lot more in this regard. Once I know the suit's fit and ready to keep going, I'm going to next implement the motors in all the Arduino and electronics. That way I can get an idea early on to test it, make sure everything's working the way I want it to, and then after that I can move on to sanding and painting. Now all of that I want done by March, so I will have between January and February. That's 2 months, and that may not sound like a lot, but it can be, especially when I'm a full-time college student. I obviously work, and I have some other personal studies of mine that I'm doing and other commitments, but I'm gonna make it work. I made it work once, I can do it again, and this time even better. And finally come March, that's when I'm gonna start implementing the big surprise that I have for this suit. So, like I said, stay tuned and you'll see that. Coming closer to then, I'll announce little details about what I'm doing. When we start getting closer to March, I'll finally announce what this big surprise is gonna be. Oh, and one more thing. As of the time of this video uploading, every single day, starting with this video, you will not only be getting videos, but shorts on YouTube and TikTok relating to the suit in this progress. These videos could range anywhere from a minute up to 10 minutes, maybe even longer depending on what I have to update. However, I want to document every single part of this journey. That's how committed I am to this suit, and that's how much I believe this is going to work. Anyway, that's about it. I know it's not really that much, and not a lot to show right now, but I want to get the word out and start building anticipation as to what I have to come. And so I'm looking forward to getting this started, and it's great to be back. So, without further ado, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.